My girlfriend maxed out her credit cards without telling me, then expected me to pay them off. While she reset her life, we'd been together 5 months. I replied, "That's not happening." When she snapped, "So you're just abandoning me like everyone else?" I, 29 male, had been with Vanessa, 27, for 5 months when she asked me to pay off $47,000 in credit card debt like it was a normal Tuesday request. She sat across from me at my kitchen table, pushed her phone toward me, and said the words that should have sent me running. "I need you to pay these off while I reset my life." The screen glowed red with maxed cards and overdrawn accounts. When I said no, she looked at me with tears forming and asked, "So you are just abandoning me like everyone else?" That line, "everyone else," told me everything I needed to know. This was not her first ask. This was a pattern, and I was about to find out exactly how deep it ran. 5 months earlier, I met Vanessa at a rooftop party in the city. Our mutual friend Derek introduced us near the bar. She wore a black dress that probably cost more than my rent, but I did not think about that then. She was sharp, funny, confident. She worked in marketing for a tech startup, she said. She loved her job, talked about her team like they were family, mentioned a trip to Spain she was planning for next year. We talked for 2 hours that night, about books, about terrible bosses we had survived, about the best tacos in the city. She laughed at my jokes. I laughed at hers. When the party ended, she gave me her number without me asking. Our first date was coffee on a Sunday morning. She showed up 15 minutes early, already holding 2 cups. "I guessed your order," she said, handing me a black coffee. "Was I right?" I was impressed. "You were." The first 3 months were easy. We fell into a rhythm. Dinner twice a week, weekend trips to the coast, movie nights at my place. She always insisted we split the check evenly, which I respected. No games, no expectations. Just 2 people enjoying each other's company. Month 4, small shifts started. She suggested pricier restaurants. When I mentioned cooking at home one night to save money, she waved it off. "You only live once, Tyler. Let's enjoy ourselves." I did not argue. I thought she was just spontaneous. She started showing up with new things. A designer handbag one week, new shoes the next, a leather jacket that looked expensive. When I complimented the jacket, she smiled and said, "I have been treating myself lately. I deserve it." I agreed. She worked hard. If she wanted to spend her money on nice things, that was her choice. But looking back now, sitting at my kitchen table with her debt staring at me from her phone screen, I realized those purchases were not treats. They were warnings I ignored. Month 5, the cracks appeared. She called me on a Wednesday afternoon, voice tight. "Tyler, I need to ask you something. It is embarrassing." "What is wrong?" "I missed rent this month. My landlord is being difficult about giving me an extension. Can you cover me for 2 weeks, just until my paycheck clears?" I hesitated. We had been together 4 months. Rent was a big ask, but she sounded desperate. "How much?" I asked. $800. I sent it that night. She thanked me through text, said she would pay me back Friday when her direct deposit hit. Friday came. No payment. No mention of it. Saturday, I brought it up casually. "Hey, did your paycheck clear?" "Oh," she said like she forgot. "There was an error with payroll. They are fixing it. I will have it to you next week." Next week turned into 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into a month. Every time I asked, she had a new excuse. The company was switching banks. Her account was frozen temporarily. She forgot her login password. I never saw that $800 again. And now, 2 weeks after I stopped asking about it, she was sitting in my kitchen asking for $47,000. The night Vanessa told me about the debt started normal. I made salmon and roasted vegetables. She brought wine. We ate at my kitchen table, talking about her week. She seemed distracted, picking at her food more than eating it. "You okay?" I asked. She set down her fork. "I need to talk to you about something important." My stomach dropped. Those words never led anywhere good. "What is it?" She pulled out her phone, tapped the screen a few times and slid it across the table. A credit monitoring app was open. Red alerts everywhere. Total debt, $47,000. 5 credit cards, all maxed. 2 accounts overdrawn. I stared at the screen. "Vanessa, what is this?" "I made some mistakes," she said quietly, "but I am fixing them. I just need support while I reset my life and fix my credit. Support, I repeated. I need you to pay these off, temporarily. Once my credit is fixed, I will pay you back. I set her phone down carefully. We have been together 5 months. I know. 5 months, Vanessa. I do not even have a key to your apartment. This is not about keys, she said, voice rising. This is about being there for someone you care about. I do care about you, but I am not paying $47,000 in debt you had before we met. Her face changed. The vulnerability disappeared. Anger replaced it. So you are just abandoning me like everyone else? That phrase stuck in my mind. Everyone else? Who is everyone else? I asked. She looked away. People who said they cared but left when things got hard. Or people who said no when you asked for money? Her eyes snapped back to me. Excuse me? Is that what this is? You ask people for money and when they refuse, they become everyone else? She stood up. I thought you were different, Tyler. I thought you actually cared. I do care, but caring does not mean funding your mistakes. Mistakes? She grabbed her phone. You think I wanted this? Life happens. I needed help and you are turning your back. What did you spend it on? I asked. She froze. What? $47,000. What did you spend it on? Necessary expenses. Like what? I do not have to explain myself to you. You do if you want me to pay for it. She grabbed her purse. Forget it. I will figure it out myself. She walked to the door, paused with her hand on the handle, and turned back. I thought you were different. I guess I was wrong. The door closed hard behind her. I sat alone at my kitchen table, staring at the empty chair across from me. Something did not add up. Vanessa had a good job. She lived in a decent apartment. She did not have kids or major medical bills. How did she rack up $47,000 in debt? I opened my laptop. It was time to find out. I started with her Instagram. Public profile. 847 followers. I scrolled back 3 months. The first photo I found was from 12 weeks ago. Vanessa at a high-end spa, champagne glass in hand. Caption, Self-Care Sunday. Tag location, a resort that charged $400 for a day pass. Next photo, a designer handbag sitting on white marble. Louis Vuitton. The price tag was visible in the reflection. $2,400. Next, dinner at a restaurant I recognized. Entree started at $95. She was tagged with someone, a man. His profile was private, but his name was visible. Marcus Delgado. I kept scrolling. More luxury purchases, more expensive dinners, more photos with Marcus. One caption read, celebrating new beginnings with this amazing man. The photos stopped 2 months ago. After that, the tone shifted. Motivational quotes about cutting toxic people. Posts about starting fresh. The expensive items disappeared. I clicked on Marcus's profile. Private. But Vanessa had tagged him in old posts. I found one from 4 months ago. A champagne toast. Caption from Vanessa. So proud of you for finally starting your dream business. I believe in you. Dream business. I screenshot the caption. I texted Derek. Quick question. Do you know anything about Vanessa's financial situation? 3 dots appeared immediately. Dude, why? She asked me to pay off $47,000 in credit cards. The dots appeared and disappeared 3 times. Then, she did that to everyone, man. I thought she learned her lesson. My chest tightened. What do you mean, everyone? He sent a screenshot. A group chat from 8 months ago. Vanessa's name at the top. Her message. I hate to ask, but I am in a tight spot. Can anyone lend me $5,000 for an emergency? 3 replies. You still owe me $2,000 from last year. You asked me for $3,000 6 months ago and never paid me back. You funded your ex-boyfriend's business idea and now you want us to bail you out? Absolutely not. I read that last line 3 times. Ex-boyfriend. Business idea. I called Derek. He answered on the first ring. Who is Marcus? I asked. Derek sighed. Some guy she dated before you. Total loser. Had this startup idea that was going to change everything. She spent thousands funding it. Maybe more. The business crashed 3 months ago. He disappeared. Left her with all the debt. She never mentioned him. Of course not. She wanted a clean slate with you. Did she ask you for money? Yeah, 6 months ago. I said no. So did everyone else in that group chat. That is why she moved on to you. I felt my jaw tighten. She told me her payroll was delayed. She said she would pay me back. She is not going to pay you back, Tyler. She never pays anyone back. After I hung up, I sat in silence. The $800 I lent her, the expensive restaurant she insisted on, the new clothes and bags. It all made sense now. She was not building a future. She was running from a past, and she wanted me to fund her escape. Update 1. The next evening, Vanessa showed up at my door unannounced. No text, no call. She just knocked at 7:30 and walked in when I opened the door. We need to talk, she said, sitting on my couch like nothing happened. I stayed standing. About what? About you abandoning me. I did not abandon you, Vanessa. I said no. She crossed her arms. Same thing. It is not. Did you think about what I asked? Her tone was calm now, almost sweet. About helping me reset? I did. The answer is still no. Her face went blank, then red. What? I am not paying your debt. She stood up fast. You told me you cared about me. I do. But caring does not mean funding mistakes you made with someone else. Mistakes? Her voice cracked. You think I wanted this? I think you spent $47,000 on luxury items and a failed business. She froze. Who told you that? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. That is my private business. I pulled out my phone, opened Instagram, and showed her the screenshots. The spa days, the designer bags, the post with Marcus. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. You stalked my social media. It is public, Vanessa. You had no right. You made it my right when you asked for $47,000. She grabbed her purse. Her hands were shaking. I cannot believe you would invade my privacy like this. I cannot believe you would lie to me. I did not lie. You said it was necessary expenses. Designer bags are not necessary. I needed those things, she said, voice rising. I was going through a hard time. With Marcus? Her face went pale. Leave him out of this. He is the reason you are in debt. He needed help. And now you need help, and you want me to clean up the mess he left. She stared at me for a long moment. Then her expression shifted. The anger melted into tears, real tears this time, streaming down her face. I thought you were different, Tyler. I thought you would not abandon me like everyone else. Everyone else, I repeated. You mean the friends you already asked for money? The ones you never paid back? The tears stopped instantly. Her face went cold. You talked to Derek. I did. He has no right to tell you anything. He warned me. That is what friends do. She grabbed her keys from the table. Fine. If you are not going to help me, we are done. Agreed. She looked at me like I had slapped her. She expected me to beg, to apologize, to fold under the weight of her tears. I did not. You are going to regret this, she said quietly. I doubt it. She walked to the door, stopped, and turned. I hope you find someone who treats you the way you treated me. I hope I do too. Someone honest. She left. The door slammed hard enough to rattle the frame. I stood in my living room, staring at the spot where she had been sitting. My phone buzzed. A text from Derek. Did she show up? Yes, she left. You okay? I am fine. And I was. For the first time in weeks, I felt clear. Update 2. 2 days later, Jessica called me. Another mutual friend from the same group. Tyler, I heard what happened. I am so sorry. I leaned back against my kitchen counter. Why are you sorry? Because Vanessa did the same thing to me last year. My stomach dropped. What did she do? She asked for $3,000 to cover rent, said her landlord was threatening to evict her. I gave it to her because we were close. She promised to pay me back in 2 weeks. Did she? No. And when I asked about it a month later, she said I was being petty, that friends do not keep score. I closed my eyes. Then what happened? She ghosted me for 6 months, stopped replying to texts, unfollowed me on everything. Then she showed up at a party acting like nothing happened. Did you ask for your money back? I tried. She said she already paid me, and I must have forgotten. When I showed her my bank statements proving she did not, she called me toxic and left. I sat down. How many people did she do this to? Jessica sighed. At least 5 that I know of. We all talked about it after she started dating you. We were hoping she had changed. She did not. I know. I am sorry, Tyler. She has a type. Someone new. Someone who does not know her history. She leans on them until they break, then moves on. After we hung up, I checked my email. Vanessa had sent me a message. Subject line, "Why I am disappointed in you." I opened it. 8 paragraphs. She accused me of being selfish, cold, and judgmental. She said I led her on by being kind and supportive, only to abandon her when she needed me most. She claimed I made her feel safe, then pulled the rug out from under her. The last line read, "You are just like the rest of them. I hope you can live with yourself." I read it twice. Then I deleted it without replying. Update 3. 3 days after I blocked Vanessa on all platforms, my mother called. "Tyler, who is Vanessa?" My chest tightened. "Why are you asking?" "She sent me a Facebook message. She says you made promises to her and then abandoned her. She says you owe her money." I closed my eyes. "Mom, I do not owe her anything. She tried to manipulate me into paying her credit card debt. When I refused, she made up lies." She sounded very upset in the message. "She is upset because I set a boundary. Did you lead her on?" "No. We dated for 5 months. I never promised her money. I lent her $800 once, which she never paid back. That is it." My mother paused. "She is telling a very different story." "I know. That is what manipulators do." I sent my mother screenshots. The Instagram posts showing Vanessa's luxury spending. The group chat Derek sent showing her asking friends for money. The email she sent me accusing me of abandonment. My mother read everything and called me back an hour later. "Block her everywhere. Do not respond to anything she sends." I already did. "Good, if she contacts me again, I will tell her to stop." But Vanessa was not done. She created a new Instagram account. Messaged me from there. "You think you can just ignore me? I will tell everyone what kind of person you really are." I screenshot it. Blocked the account. Did not reply. 2 days later, a text from an unknown number. "This is pathetic, Tyler. You are a coward for not even talking to me." I blocked that number too. Then a letter arrived at my apartment. Handwritten. 3 pages. She called me cruel, heartless, and manipulative. She said I used her for 5 months, made her believe I cared, then discarded her the moment she needed help. She said I was no different from every other man who hurt her. The letter ended with, "I hope you find someone who treats you the way you treated me. You deserve it." I kept the letter. Not for sentiment, for documentation. If she escalated to harassment charges, I wanted proof of her pattern. A week later, Derek texted me again. "Dude, you need to see this." He sent a screenshot. Vanessa had posted in a private Facebook group asking for financial help. Her post read, "I was recently betrayed by someone I trusted deeply. He made promises and abandoned me when I needed him most. I am asking for help to rebuild my life. I need $50,000 to pay off debt and start fresh. Anything helps." The comments were brutal. One person wrote, "You asked me for money last year and ghosted me when I asked for it back. Why would anyone help you now?" Another, "This is the 3rd time you have posted this. The answer is still no." Jessica commented too, "Vanessa, you have burned every bridge you had. You owe multiple people money you never paid back. No one is going to give you $50,000. Vanessa replied to none of them. She deleted the post an hour later. Derek called me. She tried to Venmo request me $500 with a note that said, "You owe me." I blocked her immediately. "She is unraveling," I said. "Yeah, and she is going to keep spiraling until she hits rock bottom." 2 days later, I got a text from another unknown number. "This is Marcus. Vanessa told me you refused to help her. You are a coward for abandoning someone in need." I stared at the message. "Marcus, the ex-boyfriend whose failed business created this mess." I replied once, "She funded your startup and you left her with $47,000 in debt. Do not contact me again." He did not reply. Vanessa tried one last time. She showed up at my gym on Thursday evening. I saw her waiting by my car when I walked out. I turned around immediately, went back inside, and asked the front desk staff to walk me to my car. They did. Vanessa saw me coming with two staff members. She stood there for a moment, staring. Then she got in her car and left. That was the last time I saw her. Final closure. A month later, Jessica called me. Tyler, I thought you should know. Vanessa moved back in with her parents. I sat down on my couch. Where did you hear that? Mutual friend. Apparently, she could not afford rent anymore. Her parents are making her get financial counseling. Good for her. She is still telling people you broke her heart and ruined her credit. I laughed quietly. She ruined her own credit. I know, but the story she is telling makes her the victim. Let her tell it. Anyone who knows the truth will see through it. Jessica paused. You dodged a major bullet, Tyler. I know. I did. Vanessa was not looking for a partner. She was looking for a solution, a wallet with legs. And when I refused to be one, she moved on to the next target. I thought about the $800 I lent her sometimes. I would never see it again, but it was the cheapest lesson I ever learned. 5 months with Vanessa taught me more about boundaries and manipulation than any relationship before it. She taught me that love should not come with a price tag, that someone asking you to prove your care through money is not asking for love. They are asking for control. I did not regret walking away. I regretted not walking away sooner. The red flags were there. I just ignored them because I wanted to believe she was who she pretended to be. 3 weeks ago, I went on a date with someone new. Her name is Claire. She teaches 5th grade at a public school downtown. We met at a coffee shop. She paid for her own coffee without hesitation. We talked for 2 hours about books, about teaching, about the best hiking trails outside the city. Not once did she mention debt, or exes, or needing help. At the end of the night, she smiled and said, I had a great time. Let's do this again. I smiled back. I would like that. No manipulation, no games, no hidden agendas. Just two people getting to know each other. Vanessa texted me one last time from yet another new number. The message preview read, I hope you are happy with yourself because... I deleted it without reading the rest. I am happy, happier than I have been in months, because I learned something valuable. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And when someone asks you to pay for mistakes they made with someone else, run. I ran, and I have never looked back.